We are in Adana, one of the warmest cities of our country in terms of both climate and people. Many information such as places to visit in the city center of Adana, which has trained many artists for our country and contributed to our economy with cotton production, what to eat in Adana, where to eat, etc. are waiting for you in this video. Adana province has 15 districts including Seyhan, Kukirova, Yurgur and Pozanti and has a population of 2,275,000. Adana Center. It is divided into two, New and Old Adana. The Old Adana region is the part immediately west of the stone bridge to the famous Kazanlar Bazaar. The New Adana region is the region located in the northern part of the city. Adana is a city that promises wonderful memories to its visitors with its history, nature, and cuisine. While visiting, we will also mention the restaurants where you can taste their legendary dishes. First of all, when should we go to Adana? When it comes to the question, come in all seasons except summer, say the people of Adana. It'll be so hot, you won't even be able to go out, let alone walk around, they say. That's why, when determining a date to go to Adana, in all seasons except summer, you can choose the Orange Blossom Festival in March, the Adana Liberation Half Marathon on January 5th, the Adana Golden Bowl Film Festival in September, or most importantly, the Adana Taste Festivals in the first week of October. Without further ado, I'll start telling you about the places to visit in Adana, one by one. First, we will start visiting the city center. The best place to start your Adana trip is the Central Park. Here, thanks to the warm climate, you will encounter hundreds of plant species and very successful landscaping that you will not see anywhere else, including the tropical climate. If you wish, you can do activities such as walking, running, cycling along the Seyhan River, cross the river via suspension bridges, or enjoy the river by taking a gondola. It will be a different experience for children to visit the park by taking the mini train. You will also see different arranged areas such as the pool with world sculptures and the Japanese garden in the park. In fact, the Central Park is so big that it is the largest park in Turkey. Ciğerci Memet, one of the famous liver restaurants in Adana, is located across the street from the park. If you want, you can start the day with liver as breakfast. By the way, it may seem strange to you, but in Adana, they used to eat liver for breakfast. This is actually a habit from ancient times. Kukirova cotton workers used to start the day by eating liver to store energy before starting work in the morning. The reason is that liver is an energy store as well as blood. Let's continue traveling. At the end of the Central Park, you reach the Sabancı Central Mosque. Sabancı Central Mosque, one of the largest mosques in Turkey, is likened to the Taj Mahal as it is located on the edge of the Seyhan River. In terms of its construction style, it is the sister of the Selimiye Mosque, Sultanahmet. It is known as the first place in Adana. It is one of the must-see places in Adana Center with its interior decorations, spacious place. The mosque, whose construction started in 1988, was first tried to be completed with the donations of the municipality, the Ministry of Religious Affairs and the public, but when it could not be completed, the remaining needs were met by the Sabancı family and its name, which was planned to be the Central Mosque, was changed to Sabancı Central Mosque. When you continue south from Sabancı Central Mosque along the Seyhan River, you will see that the green areas continue. These green areas continue one after another under the names of Bayrak Park, Zubaydah Hanım Park and Ulus Park. You will see the historical Adana houses lined up side by side in the back street of Zubaydah Hanım Park. The 5 mansions, built adjacent to each other, were also called Seyhan Mansions because they were located on the banks of the Seyhan River when they were built. Immediately on the right diagonal of Zubaydah Park, you will see the mansion built by Sufi Pasha. It is of great importance for Adana as it is the mansion where Ataturk stayed with his wife Latif Hanım during his visit to Adana. The arrival of Gazi Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, who came to Adana on March 15, 1923, is still celebrated with ceremonies on March 15 every year. Many books, a wax statue of Ataturk and busts from the Kubi Milli period are exhibited in the building, which is now used as a museum. Ataturk House Museum is free to enter, but it is closed on Mondays. After leaving the mansion, I thought I would like to visit the Adana Cinema Museum, which is right next to it. The 2023 entry fee is 5 TL. After leaving the museum, we continue to walk by the coast, and when we think of places to visit in Adana, the first place that comes to mind is of course the historical stone bridge. Built in 385 by the Roman Emperor I love, the bridge is one of the oldest bridges in the world still in active use. Although the stone bridge was closed to vehicle traffic in 2006 for protection purposes, it is open to pedestrian traffic. You can reach Ciğerci district from Ceyhan district by climbing over the Ceyhan River. The main reason why 14 arches remain today, out of 21 arches, is that as the river recedes, the settlements on the banks of the river expand towards the riverbed and meanwhile, the bridge piers remain under the ground. After taking great pictures on the bridge, we come back and continue walking on the left side, take a break in the Nation Park and watch the view of the stone bridge, just like the great leader Mustafa Kemal Ataturk in his time. After you have rested, Adana Historical Bedesten will welcome you above its park. Bedesten consists of covered bazaar and a rasta in the great mosque complex. The covered bazaar, which consists of small shops next to each other, dates back to the 16th century. When you walk to the right from the covered bazaar, you will see the mansion where the members of the Ramazanoğulları Principality, who ruled in Kukirova, lived. It is considered one of the oldest houses in the world that is still standing. It is the home of Süleyman the Magnificent and Sultan IV. Murad was also hosted in this house during his Baghdad campaigns. Right next to the mansion, there is the Ziya Pasha tomb and park. The famous writer, poet and statesman Ziya Pasha spent the last 2 years of his life as the governor of Adana. A tomb was built for Ziya Pasha by the new Adana governor Abidin Pasha, who was appointed in 1881. The tomb is located with the Ulu Mosque. It is located in the garden between Ramazanoğulları Mansion, and the garden was turned into a park in the 1960s and named Ziya Pasha Park. When you leave Ziya Pasha Park behind you, the Ulu Mosque and social complex are right in front of you. The next stop is the Ulu Mosque, one of the most important structures left behind by the Ramazanoğulları, a very important civilization in this region. The mosque, which was completed in 1541, is a structure that has preserved its historical texture and smell with its walls and architecture inside. The mosque, which can be considered the center of the old city, also has an open courtyard for use in hot weather. While you are there, do not forget to drink tea or coffee in the tea garden in front of the mosque. You can sit on the chairs and watch the action in the city. You can enjoy. Now we are walking towards the historical big clock tower, which you can see from anywhere in the city when you look up and look at the sky. The construction of the 32-meter-high Great Clock Tower was started in 1881 and completed in 1882. At the time the tower was built, it was the highest clock tower within the borders of the Ottoman Empire. If you dive into the side streets after passing the Great Clock Tower, these streets are known as Kazancılar Bazaar. It was named Kazancılar Bazaar because of the fact that cauldrons are produced. Even today, you can go to the bazaar where there are many craftsman shops to buy souvenirs and take photos. You can find the restaurant of the historical Great Clock Liver, Memet Usta, among the streets of the bazaar, by following the smells of liver and smoke. Not only Memet Usta but also many liver chefs have their shops here. We also definitely recommend you to watch our Adana food and restaurants video on our channel. There is a historical tinsmith shop right across the Ciğerci Memet Usta. You can see groups of photographers trying to take pictures here in clusters. If you go straight from Kazansealar Bazaar to the street where the covered bazaar is in front of the Great Clock Tower, and continue straight, the road will lead you in front of Yag Mosque. The first construction of the mosque was actually a church, the Crusader Church. The church was converted into a mosque by Ramazanoğulları Bey in 1591, and it was named Oil Mosque because there was once an oil market in front of it. The Crown Gate is a beautiful example of Seljuk architecture, and when you enter through the garden gate of the Yag Mosque, try to look up and see an owl's silhouette. Also, the underground fountain in the garden is very interesting. Many people turn around without seeing it because it is not known. I say you must see it. If you continue to the right side of the mosque, you will reach the streets where Sezeri producers are located. You can stop by the historical Yeni Ur Havasi to buy Sezeri. But if you are hungry or not, I would definitely recommend you to stop by the famous Lamakunku Ali Master and eat lamakin. Its recipe is unique and you will see it as a street vendor, not a shop. From the Oil Mosque, we go to Bebekli Church by walking for 10 minutes. You will find an Italian Catholic church built in 1880. The real name of the church is although it is St. Paul's Church. The 2.5-meter statue of the Virgin Mary on its roof is called Bebekli Church because it resembles a baby. The church is open to visitors and closed on Sundays. Gita, the place of the famous Suhor Rustam brother, is located on the back street of the church, and it is the most delicious breakfast items, and it is completely natural and its own product. He is also a very cheerful brother. If you are hungry, I recommend you stop by. Just below the church, you can see the historical ruins of Tepebağ Tumulus, which is known as one of the first settlements of Adana in antiquity, where there are ruins from many periods as well as Ottoman structures. With Tepebağ neighborhood, we have finished the old Adana. The next stops of our trip will be new parts of the city. After seeing this historical place, we go to visit the Adana Ethnography Museum, which belongs to the people of Adana and its region. The entrance fee is 12 TL. Many items belonging to the nomads living in Kukuro villages and the Taurus Mountains are exhibited in the museum. After leaving the museum, you can visit the best dessert shop you have ever eaten in your life. Kadıyıfçı Olcay is the name of the place, and the dessert I will recommend will be the crispy Kadıyıf dessert with cream. Right next to it, the mobile raw meatball shop belonging to Ivan Kebab's shop will be a taste you will never forget. If you wish, you can order yourself a kebab at Ivan Kebab. If you continue straight from Kukuksat Square, you will reach Ataturk Street. The first thing that will attract your attention on the street will be the Adana Metropolitan Municipality building on the right. And as soon as you pass the municipality, you will see Abidin Dino Art Park. Our world-famous painter Abidin Dino is one of the many artists raised in Adana. When Dino lived in Adana, other artist friends such as Yasar Kemal and Orhan Kemal would meet and have art conversations in this park. In addition to the sculptures of these artists, there are benches in the park where you can sit and chat with your friends. After passing Abidin Dino Park, this time you will see the huge and lush Ataturk Park on the left. A magnificent Ataturk statue welcomes you at the entrance, and you will see ornamental pools in the park, playgrounds for children and walking paths among the trees. There is an American market right behind the park and its products come directly from America. If it suits you, you can stop by. Adana has 3 large streets and boulevards that are parallel to each other. These streets are the streets where the heart of the new Adana beats. Ataturk Street was the street where the City Hall and Ataturk Park were located. The right parallel of Ataturk Street is Gazi Pasha Street, and the left parallel is Ziya Pasha Street. You can see cafes, restaurants and shops on these 3 streets. There are all kinds of cafes, restaurants and entertainment centers throughout Ataturk Park. On Gazi Pasha Street, your address should be Kazım Büfe, which is famous for its banana milk. If you are open, you can eat Adana or mixed kebab at the Green Door Kebab. There are many luxury shops and cafes on Ziya Pasha Street. It is a nice area for shopping. If you want to have a drink or two in the evening, you can also find bars and pubs in these areas. At the end of Ziya Pasha Boulevard is the Adana train station, which connects Adana to Anatolia. The train station, which was put into service in 1912, is the starting point of Adana Mersin Railway and Adana Kurtalan Railway. If you ask why there is a train station in the travel guide, the architectural and historical features of this station are interesting. One of the first railway projects of the Ottoman Empire was the Adana Mersin Railway. This 67-kilometer-long railway line was established by the British in 1886. Its strategic importance is that it connects with the Istanbul-Baghdad Railway coming from Konya. How many days should you stay in Adana? If you ask, 1 day is actually enough to visit the center, but since we will taste the wonderful food, it would be beneficial to stay 2 nights and 3 days. Saydam Hotel is one of the most recommended hotels for accommodation. Because there are so many good places to eat, I recommend you to eat not only Adana kebap but also Didi kebap pasta, which is world famous for pasta. Even the manager of the famous Italian brand Barilla came to Adana for this pasta. Or when we go back to recent history, before Yılmaz Güney and Muslim Gürses became artists, you can go to Kapapsi Masuda, where he worked as a child, and look at his pictures and eat delicious food. That's why I definitely recommend you to watch our Adana food and restaurants video on our channel. Because there are so many food places that I can't count. A few of them are Dr. Yılmaz Salgam, Serdansi Bito, Ribsai Yasar, famous Levent Borek and many more. You can watch our Adana food videos on our channel. Outside Adana city center, it is home to many canyons, walking routes and ancient cities. I recommend that you rent a car during your trip to Adana and make a plan to go to the district places of the city. When you move towards the Taurus Mountains, a magnificent nature will be waiting for you. I do not want you to miss it. You can watch our video of places to visit in Adana district and its surroundings on our channel. If you like this video, you can subscribe to our channel. If there are places in Adana Center that we missed that you would recommend, please do not forget to write them in the comments section. We wish everyone a good trip.